Godzilla X Kong, the final trailer breakdown by Goji Center. You know what? Let's go.
Godzilla Kong, the new empire is only days away from
It's literally like,
release,
I think by the time I upload this video, it's gonna be out, so.
Over some of the footage revealed in the latest trailers. Except this time we'll be dividing this breakdown by each Titan that will appear in the film.
I think there's like 4 Titans.
One, Godzilla.
Okay.
That's right, it's no secret at this point that we'll see the G-Man take many forms in this film. From his normal
like
state to blue
3 abilities, yeah, look.
to his evolved and supercharged
Oh my, 4 Godzilla,
this state will be
bro.
covered in more detail after GXK is released.
Look at him,
so
what is
here's
this?
your reminder to subscribe to not miss these future episodes.
Guys, hit that, make sure to hit that
Godzilla
subscribe button and check out Goji Center, but after this video.
Imply that Godzilla will brawl more than any time we've witnessed him before. Note that even in his
He is fighting in every
state,
scene, bro.
Godzilla take on Titan Skar and look closely. Godzilla literally jumps and shoulder checks her in the face.
Yeah, bro, Godzilla, why is he so agile? Like, he's moving.
Talk about Titan Skar, who in her last appearance did not have this reddish coloration, but rather graying brown with hints of yellow. What happened? We'd like to think that just like Godzilla, Titans tends to go through some sort of evolution that allows them to adapt to different
situations. So every Godzilla
is
evolving.
Godzilla between KOTM and GXK has spent most of her time underwater, not in a desert like in 2019, suggesting that this crab-like coloration, including a membrane between her limbs, was a result of her body adapting to an aquatic environment. Godzilla will encounter Scylla in this film, and well,
look at Godzilla. Was that from the movie?
Speaking of which, new information that has surfaced on Godzilla's pink form suggests that this Titan is now many times more radioactive than its previous
I think it's like 20 more times.
Why
Right?
is this important?
He is
in
so
many
strong,
cases,
guys.
Levels of radiation and temperature tend to correlate, meaning that this pink atomic breath is much hotter and more powerful than the blue atomic breath. So, if Godzilla were ever to negate the effects of Shimo's climate-changing ability in the atmosphere, something like this will be required. But where did Godzilla actually get this energy from? In this clip, we see Godzilla emerge with his new pink form, but we'd like to think Godzilla didn't get access to this without a fight. There's absolutely no way another Titan didn't also notice this crazy energy source. This clip shows what may be the eye of another Titan.
Look, I think you can see him in the bottom, no?
Godzilla shoots his atomic breath at said threat, and once again, Godzilla would have to come out on top. As you can see, the G-Man in this film will probably make up for all the kills he didn't rack up in the last installment.
Godzilla's going left and right, killing everyone, man. Now the
this
great
film will
apes.
feature many apes. Let's start with Kong, who, as we already know, got a really big upgrade. We've explained this beast glove already in a previous episode, but since then we've been witnessing many clips showcasing the sheer power of this new weapon.
Oh, he got lightning powers.
There's 2 particular points we want to make here. One is the introduction of this new serum that seems to have been injected inside Kong, perhaps made out of a mix of Hollow Earth, organic, and radioactive elements.
Where was this clip, bro? I didn't even know this existed. Where is Goji Center getting these clips?
Handed to him by Shimo. More on this Titan later. The impact inflicted by this glove is no joke. Knocking back a scrawny monkey isn't much of an impressive feat, but this is. Observe as Kong
bro, Goji Center, don't watch this, man. Don't watch this, please. I don't, guys. No, he's not knocked out.
Your eyes aren't fooling you here. We may have just found or confirmed a new maneuver that Gojiras in general are vulnerable to. But before Kong got this glove, things didn't really seem good for him. New footage featuring Skar King makes it clear that this fella mastered and got the art of kaijutsu down to a science.
Look at him, bro. This guy's like a frog jumping around. Skar King, what are you doing?
Feet tall, moving really rapidly, and even hopping on Kong's back, using the whip as a tool to choke him. Skar King, however, is now so far confirmed to be a lot smaller than expected. Previously, this
I thought he was like
many
200 meters tall,
that
man.
this guy would be slightly taller than Kong to make up for its leaner build. However, some sources state that Skar King measures only 318 feet in height.
Okay, no, he's getting destroyed by
Skar
Kong.
King is in fact considerably smaller, both in height and in mass.
How is Kong going to lose against him? I don't think he will. I think he'll win.
The same. This height may be a result of Skar King's hunched posture. Regardless of size, we see that Skar King here is holding Kong's axe. Going back to Kong's
I didn't even notice that.
Shimo, we find that Kong lost this weapon against the Frost Wielder, with Skar King taking possession of the axe shortly after. Here we see Skar King tear through
Nah,
what seems
this
to be
is
a protective
amazing, though.
membrane
Look at that
protects
scene.
the Hollow Earth human civilization. Behind him, we see more of the great apes that make up part of his army, including
He
some
looks
of his own
massive
personal
compared to
henchmen or
them. Like,
generals
what?
that rank
How small
directly
are
under
they?
him. Other clips that have surfaced show them actually chasing after Kong after the Shimo incident, with orders to recapture or kill him after escaping. And we also get a little fun clip of one of them falling into a trap probably fabricated by Kong. These guys would also
Goji
chase
Sandra,
after
why are you laughing
Suko,
at the
the
poor
scrappy
monkey?
mini Kong who is allegedly not meant to be the cute furry monkey everyone expects him to be.
Yeah, he bites
On
Kong,
the
right?
contrary, this fella fights back, showing up in many other scenes displaying his fearsome nature. Imagine
punch him,
how
man.
much more brutal this guy will be when he grows up.
He's gonna
These
become
past trailers
huge, bro.
imply that Kong and Suko will eventually develop a father-son relationship, with
Ooh.
Kong adopting him as his own, giving him what he himself did not have when he was a
Oh,
newborn.
that's actually,
By
that
the
would be
way,
cool,
this
man.
clip shows us how warbats are actually quite numerous, traveling in packs and feeding on what could either be psycho-vultures or hellhawks seen in the previous film. Number 3, Shimo. Ever since our latest episode discussing Shimo, we've had an opportunity to not only see more shots of this Titan, but also see its full body. Size-wise, this is an animal who is definitely much larger than Godzilla in terms of mass.
I'm not gonna lie, I
dwarfing all
thought
of the
Shimo would
great
have been
apes, but
bigger.
somehow under the control of Skar King. In
I think
this
through the
clip,
crystal,
we see how
yeah.
Skar King uses this crystal tip to point at any given target, commanding Shimo to attack or fire its weapon.
But why
the
is that
Frostbite
crystal controlling
Blast.
Shimo? Like, I wanna
Shimo,
know why.
Although being a Titan that can easily dispatch any member of the Great Apes, actually takes part of the ranks of Skar King's army of Titans.
Yeah, look at him.
Subjugated behind this curtain of lava using the spines of long serpentine creatures, and released by dropping a giant boulder on the lava current, allowing Shimo to step out unharmed. In this clip, we get a clear view of what we are looking at in terms of
This is
balance
amazing,
of power,
bro.
with Shimo providing bulk and sheer power in this fight. Skar King providing strategic command and agility. However, Godzilla and Kong will attempt to even the scale here by providing brute strength, new and improved weaponry, and also Kong with a physical edge versus Skar King and with a thunderous punch. But there's another element here that's missing. Skar King's ape army. Surely they must also be dealt with, right?
I think
But who
Godzilla's
would
going to
provide
just
this
maul
much
through them,
needed
bro.
support
Literally
against
destroy
an
them.
innumerable number of hostile
Godzilla can
apes?
1v100
Number
them.
4,
Mothra, what?
That's
I did not
right,
expect
ladies
Mothra
and
to, like-
gents. This new recent trailer gives us clear confirmation that Mothra will have a critical role in this film. First of all, who better than the Queen of the Monsters to calm Godzilla down after this guy met his rival Alpha again? And who better than an airborne Alpha Kaiju with shooting web capabilities to keep exclusively terrestrial Titans at bay? This Titan is capable of
Ooh,
a
maybe.
lot
I
more.
didn't think
For
Mothra
God
would have
ability
kept an
being able
entire
to
army
disorient
out of
other
them.
Titans, and perhaps other abilities we aren't even aware of yet, now that we have seen Mothra
Ooh,
in
you guys think
Hollow Earth
Mothra
for
got
the
new
first
abilities?
time. These abilities would be enough to handicap many great apes in a short amount of time. However, time will tell if the wonky effects of Hollow Earth gravity will nullify Mothra's airborne ability. She
Ooh.
will be a lot more agile and capable of maneuvering at will, unlike a giant flying monkey flying through midair with limited control over its trajectory. We'll conclude with what perhaps may be two of the most mysterious revelations of this trailer
I
so
think the
far.
giant skeleton,
Beginning
right?
with this cave relief showcasing Godzilla himself burying several members of the great apes underneath some rubble, isolating them from the rest of the Hollow Earth and most definitely from the surface.
Is that Skar King?
These power-hungry apes would somehow find a way to escape or unleashed inadvertently by another force. Perhaps this is why the Skar King would hate Godzilla so much.
So Skar
further
King,
enforcing
I mean,
the
Godzilla
ongoing
trapped
enmity
Skar King and his
between
army.
Gojira's and
Ooh,
the
maybe
great
that's
apes.
why.
Here we find another depiction of what seems to be Shimo and Godzilla firing at each other.
Wait,
Or
they
could it
fought
be that they are
before?
firing at the same thing? Stay tuned and subscribe to see
Ooh, wait,
another...
wait, the same thing? What could that mean? Imagine Destroy. Oh my, if they make Destroy, I would have been so happy. But anyways, that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope you guys like it. If you did, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what video I should react next, guys. And with that being said, peace.